Hey folks, welcome back. So, as I've been watching our smeltery here, it's just piling up more and more alloys in that. So what I want to do is double the, kind of split what gets smelted where to help curtail the amount of alloys we're getting and double the amount of buckets of stuff we can, or blocks of ore we can produce at a time. So what I'm planning to do here is put iron, gold, and copper off into its own smeltery for a while. Because if you look, I'll show you quickly here. We got to run that way anyhow. Is our blocks of iron and gold are down to bare minimum, but some of our alloys are, in the triple digits of blocks, and that's so much more than we're going to ever need. And var is about the one we need most common. So I want to see if we can't get started or let it start producing just the base level materials for ourselves. With that said, I've already taken the time off camera here to produce all the smeltery blocks and that. It's just a matter of now running all the piping and whatnot. So I say let's get it done. We're going to take some item ducts, some of this with us, and just a handful of redstone in case, because I know we're down in that tunnel. Do I have any blocks around here? That's about the last thing we probably want to take a handful of. You can see all of our auto-producing things are doing extraordinarily well. I haven't really played all that much offline since we left the farming setup, so that'll take some time. But I figure over the course of a couple episodes, it should start getting us places. Oops. So now what I did ahead of time is I kind of dug the spot here. I was just kind of hoping we could figure out a way to route around it. Let me turn on our magnet. I need to get lava over to the other side, which may involve some shenanigans, I don't know. We will see. Sometimes the easiest way to do this kind of thing is with just tying back to our main wall and then dropping down a level. As soon as I can reach out to there, we'll be in really good shape. And this is one of those situations where I wish I had spent the time early on to get us down one more level, but our fight potion ran out. So now if I'm down that low, what I can do is just route the thing across underneath like that to wherever we need to be. We will more than likely have to adjust other stuff, but that's okay. Let's see, and do one of them. And I'm just filling it back in now, so that way, if we need it someplace else later, we have that option at our disposal. Don't want to leave little tiny openings in case crazy mobs in that spawn. Okay, and let's go ahead and just fill it in underneath us too, why not? While we're here, might as well. I don't even know how far we gotta go with all this, but we'll keep looking. Let's see. Right there, someplace, should be our lava tank. I think it's gonna be right in that hole. And I definitely want to leave the walkway out here so I can see what's going on if I have to. The other thing that I could probably do is put it into the ceiling and just use cut panels, but I'm a little leery of that above doing that into the ceiling because that's the floor of our main platform, and I never know what I want to get into up there, so I think it's just a touch easier in the long run to get to leave the floor that floor alone, or the ceiling as it were, from down here. Okay, so now that's our back wall. That way we can see what's going on. That's our seared tank. We just do something like this. Oops. And now we're all connected. Let's get a torch back in here. And now that's connected. And we'll fill up with lava. What can I do right here? Boy. Oh, we'll just leave it cut off. That's all for now. Put the power back together, and if we need to get there, we just disconnect the conduit when that occasion arises. So now I got, we're going to have to do some item ducting over to there too. I just don't quite know where that's going to route yet. Pretty soon we'll have to get into applied energistics, but I'm not in too big of a rush yet because most of that is all about scales of economy too, as I understand it. So we need to be able to produce a whole lot more material. Whoop. If you can hear it slightly, that's my magnet pulling all the ores in that into the weird directions. So that's why you got to run back over to here and then let it drop down onto the conveyor belt where I can. Okay, so now what we need to look at is all my excess ores get pumped down this way. Let's go ahead and knock out a path here so we can walk in and out. And what we want to do is connect this over to our other pathway down there, where we can. Wow, right? Really? Where? Okay. So it's going to come along. I guess we have to go into ceiling with this one. I don't really have a choice here. Right to there, I think. Yep. Ceiling it is. Well, ignore everything I just said, and if we really do have to reroute it later, because of something finicky, well, we'll handle it. So for now, let me create a backlog, or let me shut this thing off here. Just so we create a backlog upstairs. So now, we need one of each of the types of iron, which should be down in here somewhere. And gold. Wow. No such luck, huh? There's the iron dust. So we're gonna have to turn on everything and let it flow for a while, because I want to backlog each of the ores. Whoops. And you'll see how wild and crazy that gets. I've got the dusts running right now because redstone is kind of on the low side. But let's see. I want iron, copper, and golden. I think that eliminates all the alloy nonsense. Copper should be in the first bunch here somewhere. If we get it, once we get a backlog of it. So there's copper. So let's do it like this. What's this guy? I don't know what. I don't want 10. So we got the ore, we got the dust. Oops. So I need, I think it's the third one. No, the middle one. Once we get like, whatever it is, 4 pieces of crust, we'll be in good shape. Come on. There we go. There's the iron. Let's look at the copper next. Oh, there's the copper that I needed. And let's see, this is ore dust. I need the third one over for copper. Wait. Those the same? Oh, ore sand, okay. And now we just need gold. Okay, and like so. Except I got them inverted. So now those 3 can go here. And what I'm hoping I can do is blacklist them on one and whitelist them on the other. And that'll call it a day. Let's go ahead and sleep the night off here. If I have to, I'll add in a 3rd set of smelteries. But that, I mean, it shouldn't be that big of a deal, I wouldn't think right now. Oh, so we need to, hold on, I need to run the piping first. No, don't do that. My tools are flipped around. Yeah, that's right, stop putting things into there. Man, my keyboard is acting up today, guys. I don't know what to say. But, ooh. You guys ever have that problem where you just start hitting the keys and you either fat finger in it or you press a key and it gets like 3 of them? The difference being anyway. Oh, hang on. I want to make sure we disconnect that one for now. Can I reach it from over here? If I can't, then I'll just do this quickly. Oh, I did get it. Okay. Let's go ahead and... Why don't we just whitelist everything straight away? So I want you to whitelist these 3 styles of copper because that's all we're ever going to get into here. Let's go ahead and put them in and make sure they smelt or start smelting. And these 3 styles of iron. Copper, iron, and gold should not mix at all into alloys. Oh wait, no, don't do that. I need those still. I need to blacklist them on the other side. Hopefully I didn't derp. Let's see, iron, iron, iron. Gold, gold. Okay. Whew. That was close. I almost derped. But we can connect them, and I think that'll fix one issue. That'll start allowing iron to flow down this way. And then down on this side, I need to put a servo in. And I need to blacklist the same materials. Let's see, we'll put that like so. So then I want this guy, and that one. And it might take a minute for it to settle in because all this stuff pumping around every which direction. But but that's okay. Alright, let's make our way back up top here. Oh, we gotta reconnect this cabling too. Otherwise I'll be wondering in a while why my furnace isn't working. You can see we spewed out a whole bunch over here anyway. A couple of them. Now, the next thing we gotta work is the pumping out system. And it looks like we could use a lot more in the way of brick management here. So let's go up a couple more. I got the bricks to do it. We might as well. And we might as well get our floor sort of put back together here. I'll come back with panels. Just to make it look nice. My hope is that we get to the point where there's not really that much of a backlog. I mean, honestly, it's fairly easy to generate with the ore smashing system I have upstairs. Okay, let's put all of this into play. And we're not getting any alloys, right? Good. So let me get... We're going to need a couple more things here to be able to play in this arena. But I got 3 basins here. So, you know this system we set up over on the other end here for collecting ores? We're going to do essentially the same thing here. Just for 3 sets of metals. And tie it in. Oops. And now I need some servos. I need a couple of tanks. Let's grab the rest of our servos for now. I got plenty of fluid duct. Tanks. Might need to make some. The whole point of the tank, and I'm going to need a bucket in there. The whole point of the tank... Oops, I don't need that much. Just 1 stack. You know... Yeah, 1 stack will do. The whole point of the tank is it gives it kind of that interim buffer for things to empty out and let it keep processing. Eventually it would be smart, the more I think about it, to have that independent tank in between each of these. Or for each type of liquid. And maybe I'll do that, I don't know. But, for now, I'm not too worried about it. Let's see, we're going to put the tank there. And because I want to be able to run underneath this, can I pump? I should be able to pump in from the top, I would think. We're going to do like so. Like so. And let's get all of our servos into place here. 1, 2, 3. So that should have been 6 servos installed if I did my homework the right way. Or I missed one somewhere. Like so. So that way that's always extracting as soon as we produce anything. You guys are accepting of it. And let's go ahead and pipe it out. 1 liquid at a time and we'll be good to go. Whatever liquid's first is first. So now you're going to whitelist iron. And we're going to do that. 1 more servo. Put our bucket back and start producing iron. I don't know how overloaded we are, but we're working on it, that's for sure. It's a lot of material. Empty out the inventory here. But I'm hoping this will help actually eliminate kind of the backlog stuff I've got going on. Given time. Oh, you know, I hope that we might actually have to put one more tank. Might have to put the other tank on top here. And put the system like so. So that way we're always draining off the bottommost tank. That becomes important when you know, the fluid levels, I do believe. Because the tanks are sort of independent in that regard. But you can see, I mean, we're almost touching the clouds again with liquid, and that creates lag when we can't keep up with the amount of stuff we're smelting. 12,000 or 1,200 ingots of Invar? Ha! That's a lot. In galactic scale. Come on. Wow. We are exporting, right? Do I have that set the wrong way? Or does it just not do it like that? It may have to be on the side. Thought I seen it. Okay. You white list. Molten iron. Might not be able to fill from the top. How come I don't see it filling? And let's make it daytime in a hurry. Kind of wondering what's going on here. Are we gaining ground? I need a block here so I can jump up and look. Oh, we got a that's where that servo went. That's why I was being derpy. Let's say. Whitelist. Molten iron. Heh! And now it should still be going. I think. And turn it on. There we go. That'll work. Okay. So we're going to wait here for just a moment longer so we can get the other two liquids taken care of. And we'll watch that thing decrease over time now. Because now there'll be no more stuff to make alloy going into there for the time being. You can see how fast we're knocking through all of this. Once we get it whitelisted, I would even consider direct connect. Well, the whole point of not direct connecting is I've still noticed that every once in a while the pump out tube from the drain derps and it gives me odd behavior. And then you end up having to reset all the pipe in between there and the tank. If I didn't have the interim tank, I would get that would mean I'd have to reset all the buckets of molten liquid. And as soon as we get rid of the last little bit of iron in the tubes here, we should have gold coming next. Plentifully. And it drains it pretty fast. I mean, it's 16 buckets worth. And it's what? It looks like 6 buckets make a... block? Is that right? 2 buckets, maybe? I don't know. Oh, it's hard to tell because it's reloading a pipe, which can hold a lot more liquid. And how are we doing? You know what? The other thing I should probably consider doing here now is let's go shut off everything for a minute. Again, because no, don't do that. Don't run into there. You're gonna have an inventory full of junk. It's that's the other. Well, there's lots of things. I got little quirks that were unintended that I'm not a fan of. Let's turn off all of this just to slow down the amount of material we're producing. It'll take a couple minutes to catch up, but just so you guys get a sense of how much material is flowing. That's the level of ridiculous right there. Yeah, we need to check our backlog too, because that could get stuffed if any of our chests overload. So this is the backlog of materials to be sorted. And did we get to gold yet? Probably. Okay, so I got gold. And let's go ahead and whitelist gold. Put the bucket back. And presto change, I'll let it go. And all of that should just flow into our system. We should see we have some more bricks of iron being made up now. Because we were kind of on the low side. Okay, let's put our toys back. Let's see, that's some obsidian for later. Tanks for later. I'm still getting a little funky lag, and I think it has to do with all that liquid. Which I need to get caught up. I mean, we got Invar for years, so we won't know much until that finishes. Let's get some panels or covers or whatever cut up here. Micro parts should be over here somewhere. I got any made? No, we need a... What did I do with the saw? Right there. So I'll make up a handful of them. And then we're going to put our saw back into there. I don't think we'll need even 64 worth. Okay. There we go. So that way we don't inadvertently like fall through it or get some kind of a glitch, hopefully. That's just the way that stuff tends to go sometimes. It's, you know, not ideal, but it happens. Nope. Just leave it. And we need to fill this hole back in. So let's see, that should be like so. So that way our internal base is secured-ish. And we can see the liquids flowing that way. That's barrels for later. Micro parts go away. And we get some extra bricks to do whatever we want to do with bricks. Actually, let me go ahead and throw those straight away into here, because that's where I keep looking for them. Tanks can go away. put our toys away and let's look at the next project here. Oops. Once everything's away, it's a little easier to stare at projects. I didn't mean to do that. So we're in the middle of the food quest. What did we have? Oh, open. So we got tomatoes, we got lettuce, we got vinegar, breakfast. So we needed to get 100 hearty breakfasts. Let's take a look at what that'll take. Hearty breakfast. It's going to take eggs. So we need a frying pan and an eggs times 100. So we can do that in a big old hurry. As long as I got a cyclic assembler. Right there. We're going to need a schematic. Like that. Yeah, we'll take these guys. I'm going to need some item docks. And I'm going to need a bucket of water. Some clear glass. And let's go get some chicken eggs. So, what I want to set up here, folks. Let's see. What's the best way to do that? I totally want to route this into our food collection system over here. But first and foremost, we need to get some chickens growing up here. I've also planted those 4 Pam's Harvest Craft trees we had in the one chest, just to let them grow in. Didn't know what I was going to do with them or need them for yet, but we had this set up here, if you remember. Just for collecting chicken eggs. Which we can put, or for collecting eggs, which we can put to use later on. Whoa. Is that creeper like stuck on the wrong side somewhere? What's going on here? Uh-oh. What did I do? I filled in the lava block. We got it. Hold on. Time out on the battlefield. So that should be going across there. Wow. We got technical problems. That's going to create massive lag in a hurry. Without anything killing those. Whoops. A daisy. Let's get some lava. Let's make it daytime. There we go. Hoping a little bit we see all that liquid get taken care of. Hoping. Okay, let's... Well, first and foremost, I should be doing that. And that should go all... Whoa, no, that should not be going like that. We're missing a sign right there. Do I got any wood down here? At all? We're backlogged. Oh, man. Item issues. Lots and lots of item issues. Okay. Signs are gonna be back here, maybe? Yep, let's take that with us. We got a mess on our hands right now. So I knocked out a... So that's what I must have done, is knocked out a sign and filled in the lava when I was messing around a couple days ago to replace blocks. And I can't be doing that with creepers right there, I don't think. Let's let them start burning. How can I do this? I need one more spot here. Where'd that sign go? Too much crap. Okay, good. Now that should go straight across. And we need a piece of glass like right there. And then I need some stone above so they can't jump through it. Like that, and like that. And we're fixed. Good. I might be getting backlogged with material too, I'm wondering. There's our sign that I lost the other day. Okay. So now we back to the original game here. The original game. I need a bucket of water. Kind of wondering if I want a chest for eggs in between, but we'll just pull out the cyclic assembler when it gets to that point. We're going to want... Let's see. Well, right here looks like a good a spot as any. I actually am going to want some stone to build with. Let's go get a stack of it and let it refill. So now how I want this to behave... I want our cyclic assembler to be... Well, no, let's just go close down the line. We'll figure it out in a bit. So that's got to be there. I need that hopper to do like that. And then I'm going to want glass so we can observe the chickens. Like so. Okay, we're going to have to go one, and then there's where our bucket of water sits. So that way the chickens float and don't get stuck in the hopper. Why can't I? Oh. Okay. Still can't jump. Jump up, and get down. Okay. And now, here's the part where we grab these eggs. We might even have to make up some more chicken eggs, we'll see. We just start breaking them into here. Or, better yet, we make a little pen and I get my auto net, an auto safari net. As they're grown up. What are you going to do? Things happen. Okay, let me go get some nets here, quickly. We're going to want about a dozen, well, as many chickens as we can get there to get fried eggs going. So we also need the frying pan. I didn't think of that. There's skillet, right? Oops. Okay. And gas tiers, what would I have done with that? Mob drops somewhere. Oh, we got a shortage of ender pearls. Oh, that one's not being used. Perfect. So let's go get the baby chickens and I'll show you how this is going to work here. Where do you go to, buddy? I hear him. There's one. There's one. Okay. Let's make a pathway up top and down for ourselves. And we need to eat some food because we're going to do a lot of jumping here in short order. Okay. Okay, let's put that aside for a minute. Get our magnet on to suck up the bricks in there. And we'll start catching chickens as we can. Oh, come on, really? Come on. Well, that's like evil. Enderman, go away. Pretty please. I don't want to see you. I don't want to. Whoa, where did you go, chicken? That chicken drown? Didn't I just have one in there? Or are they drowning? I gotta wait for them to grow up. I might actually have to wait for them to grow up. Come on, get out of there. Okay. So the chickens are smarter than wrecking them. Let's just keep adding to the shenanigans here. If they gotta grow up, they gotta grow up. Oh, don't run away like that. Hey, come on, sit still. Thank you. Yeah, see, they're drowning is the problem. They gotta be adult chickens before I can do that. Where'd that other one just go to? I could have sworn I just seen one more running loose over here. So what we want to do here then is like that. And just let them keep dropping. Eventually what I can do is route all these chickens, maybe even with conveyor belt to dump them in. When they're all grown up. And let's save one egg so we can build our schematic. So the schematic here is going to be frying pan plus egg. Gives us fried egg. Check. Okay. And then we're going to have to get some power over to here. Let's see. Which means probably building a little more platform space, getting some red nut cabling. And saving them last couple eggs will be extra beneficial here. Let's see, red nut cabling. One of these days I'll get used to where I've put everything. And the names and all that good stuff. Let's make it daytime once more. I'm kind of wondering if I shouldn't just put the egg farm off to the side and route the eggs directly. But we can always add more if we need it later. I could turn off the cyclic assembler when the timing is correct. So we're going to need more routing here. Oops. That's back off again, which ain't helping me. Which is not helping the cause. Okay, so that's going to do that. We're going to have to drop this down a level. Let's get that out of the way. I might need more brick even. I hadn't considered that. Just make sure I can get... Where's our assembler at? Nope. Well, let's just shift click it and be done. Or shift build it, sneak build it. Okay. Oh, and then we gotta turn this off. Like so. That gets me past the shenanigans. Okay. Power. Let's get a couple over to here too. Okay. I still got one of them covers on me, not so much. Oh, you know, we do need to put a torch down here. Don't want to walk into a creeper sitting down here if I don't have to. Because we've all been there and done that a couple hundred times already. Okay. So now I got fried eggs. Beautiful. They're a morsel, but that's okay. Let's get a barrel set up. And we'll start collecting them. So we're going to need one of these guys, one of these guys, one of them. Nope. I don't even need to go that high. I need one of these guys and a barrel. And that'll allow me to collect 16,000 eggs. Because we might actually get there before we're ready to make the breakfast. But if we can get a setup for making hearty breakfasts, you know we're all about it. Okay, let's lock that into place. And I think for this one, I'm just going to output it straight away. And that should be filling up our eggs. Hopefully. How's our chest down here looking? No, see, the eggs made it that way, and I don't quite know why. Oh, yes, I do. Never mind. So now the next setup we're going to have here, when we're ready for it... Oop, let's put that back for a minute. I might need some more bricks just to make pathway here, but we'll see. Let's see, it's going to have to go like that. Oops. Like that. Knock that out. And then two. I'm going to get some of our conveyor belt here. And a bit more brick when we run inside. Keep our mossy cobble production up and going. So let's see, I needed some conveyor belt. Whatever I did with the excess. So that way, when I'm ready to make chickens, I can make chickens. Let me do it with a fence, maybe even. I don't know. Yeah, actually, I do know. Let me get some regular fencing. Because I think the chickens will walk out a one by if I encourage them the right way. So what I'm hoping I'm able to do here is literally... Oh, can I not? Well, we gotta put a brick on there. But it's literally put a conveyor belt system to get them all moved in. And it doesn't... How come you didn't ramp? Yeah, like that. That's what I wanted. Get the chickens to go up. Oopsie daisy. Oh, it doesn't auto bend? Darn it all. Hang on. Oh, I guess not. Well, that'll have to do then. Okay, so now what I can put into place here is that fence gate. Darn it all! That so didn't work. Well, we got chickens all over the base again. Where's my hatchet? Why is it placing retarded? Come on! This way, please. Thank you. Wow, terrible. Aggravating. Let's get them chickens caught again. These ones are going to end up dying. Okay. You guys are all fools. That's all I got to say about that. Oh, come on. How am I getting... No. That shouldn't even be possible. That, I did not know item dust could connect that way, though. That's pretty cool. That's a clever way to move things around. Okay, you guys need to finish growing up, man. Where else do we got them? All the way down? Round and about? Is there any more running around? Or are they all dead and something else? So now the next thing we needed to do was to make sure they couldn't escape. Okay. Let me make my way around. This is all a very big, very temporary setup, by the way. That way I can just throw the eggs as we get extra. And let them grow up and then come back and open the gates and eventually they'll make their way in, I'm hoping. To produce eggs even faster for us. And don't know if they can jump on that or not. But that's where the chicken stops. To drop into the hole. And I should be able to do that and this. And we'll just put a couple pieces of whatever here for now. So that should be their pathway up when I'm ready for them. Let's go ahead and check our hopper ones here. It might be loaded with junk. Okay, nope. Doing pretty good there. It's just a matter of waiting on the eggs at this point. Did I get more? Well, let's make it daytime. And folks, we're just about at that wrapping up point, but I kind of want to check out the next task, and we'll review it next episode for our hearty breakfast here. Oops. So the next thing we're going to need, we got toast. We're going to need cooked pork chops. We can do that very quickly. Potato cakes. How do we do potato cakes? Onions. Butter. Wow, that's a complicated one. And some kind of juice. And apple juice we got plenty of. So potato cakes and pork chops are probably what we're going to work on next episode. Are you guys enjoying this food playthrough? What do you think? Keep going with it, running, see how we do. Knock it all out and complete quest section number 2. So, well, what do we got here? We got 15 minutes. Let me actually show you. We'll give you the highlight of how we're going to do the pork chops, because that's fast-ish. Cooked pork chops. So we're going to need 100 pork chops. We're going to go get a pig. We're going to turn on our auto spawner and slaughter pigs like it's nobody's business. And that should go very quickly. Very, very quickly. The other thing I've been needing to do here is make another way into our spawner. Ender punks as well. Okay, come on. Get out. Let me out. Come on. You can do it. Let me out. Jeez. I keep getting stuck in all the worst places. So we got plenty of ender juice up here. Or, mob juice. Let's get some pigs cooked. Or killed. As far as cooking, that's the easy part. You set it and forget it. Kind of like the George Foreman thing. And we just need a couple hundred pigs killed. Yes, boys and girls, you are taking one for the team. We might need a bigger chest, I'm thinking. Yeah. Okay, so we got 2 pieces of hearty breakfast down. These are nourishing feasts, so this should be fun to eat if we can keep loads of them around and about. And in fact, let me go get a barrel. And we're going to get as many pork chops as we can, because that'll be way easier to handle later on. And I'll show you what I mean. So now we need... we're going to need an item docked. I got some... Oh, I got those on me. I just want a regular old barrel. If I get 64 stacks of pork chops, that's significant. And I want the dolly. Where did I put the dollies? There's a dolly. Here, dolly. Oh, dolly. So that way later on we just get to pick up the barrel of raw pork chops and set it next to our furnace in our shop and output it to a barrel of cooked pork chops. So I should be able to, like, let's see if we can lower that down one. Well, we'll put it right here then, on top. And I should be able to do something like this. Come on. Give me one of these. What I want you to do is, with a servo, Wait list. Extracting raw pork chops. And go. Fill up our thing. I guess we got another tank of juice to use up. Nope. Lag, lag, holy lag. Me out. Okay. Let's go backwards and get this guy up there. We'll use up every last bit of juice we have here, and then we'll take it over to our monster spawner for the end of the episode and let them start refilling. Or the next thing we need it for. Yep, so now we've got 400 pork chops. Short order. As I get back to our soul sand setup, I think I'm going to start capturing one of every mob so we can spawn anything we need in particular. But I'm still kind of working through some ideas for a mob system here. So we will catch up to that at some point. Wow, beautiful. It is making short work. You're 32. Oh, yeah. Let's go fill this up by our mob killer. Because that's probably backlogged and sitting there waiting to collect more. It's usually how that goes. Yeah, see, look at that. Incredible. So what I can do here is like that. And then with the extra tank, I can put one like that to let that fill as well. And we're so backlogged on that stuff that, you know, that's how it goes. And let's put this guy down so we remember to fill it later on. Anyway. Oh, you know, I did that wrong. Let's just put it like here. If I put that here, it would actually fill right there. And this one will fill on its own because it takes a side input. So once all of these are full, we're good to go again. Let's go get our pork chops and I'll show you how we're going to cook that up. Once we're... Look at that, we've actually got another tank full of juice here. It's going a little faster than I thought it would, or a little further. But, doesn't hurt. Another barrel worth. Or every time we get a barrel worth, that's, you know, a bunch of breakfast for us. Coffee, tea. Wow. I might have to actually upgrade the barrel. I can't believe there's pigs standing on top of that. That's kind of silly to me. Well, let's turn the spawner off then. We got more than enough. So that lever up here is an auto kill switch. And what I can do now, remember, if you remember guys, we grabbed that dolly. I can pick up the barrel and run across our base with it. I don't know if I can do that and have it... Well, we're running across our base at marathon level. We're going to need a hopper. Oh no, I got a hopper there. I'm just going to need another barrel for output. And you will see in just a moment here. Okay. So now I've got a hopper on our furnace for cooking. And yes, I adjust these hoppers all the time as I gotta pre-do things. So let's go ahead and move this out of the way. And let the cooked pork chops go to there. And by the next episode or so, they will have 10 stacks of cooked pork chops. So until then, folks, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you soon. Remember, as always, hit that like button, leave a comment, tell me what you want to see.